Aren't these just the prettiest? Look, this one is only starting now to bud. Look at how beautiful that is. Okay. Oh la la. Good morning. I don't have my tripod with, so I'm hoping the phone stands still. Today is day 6. I am so excited. Okay, the reason why I'm excited is I'm one day away from completing a week with showing up daily and doing what I love. And it has been a challenge, but I'm just so grateful that I'm actually starting to feel the traction. And I'm like, okay, we're getting back to the swing of things. So today I am going to be doing 3 more patches. It's 3 more patches for today, and I'm hoping that I'll be done before 12 because I actually have to be out and about. So for the past, or rather say since the challenge has started, I'm only going out today, so which was a plus for me because at least it gave me some time to really pick up the momentum. And yeah, so let's just get into it. Oh, before we do, please by all means do comment. What is it that you have taken on? Clearly or surely, we are on day 6 now. You should have either seen all of the videos, of which I recommend, or some of the videos, and pick up something, be on this journey with me, and let's see what is it that we can improve in our own spaces. Okay, let me not be too long because I think I'm going for 2 minutes now rambling. So yeah, let's hit the ground. Moving back. Overcoming obstacles. Weeds in the garden are something I cannot run away from. No matter how careful I am, they seem to pop up out of nowhere, threatening to choke the life out of my vegetables. It's a constant battle to pull them out and give my plants the space they need to thrive. In the same way, we encounter weeds in our lives. Negative thoughts, limiting beliefs, and external challenges that can stunt our personal growth if left unchecked. Life throws obstacles in our path all the time, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed or defeated. Maybe you're facing self-doubt, feeling stuck in a toxic environment, or dealing with criticism from others. These are your personal weeds. But just as I pull out the weeds in my garden to protect my plants, we must actively remove the obstacles that stand in the way of our own growth. Whether it's through journaling, meditation, therapy, or practicing self-compassion, it is important to consistently address and remove what's holding us back. The key is not to let those weeds take root. We don't have control over every challenge that comes our way, but we do have control over how we respond. Don't let temporary setbacks stop you from flourishing. You have the power to remove those weeds and create space for your dreams to grow. Every time you overcome an obstacle, you make room for something better to take its place. There's definitely still a lot to be done, but the garden is slowly but surely now starting to look neater. Okay, it's starting to speak my language now. Oh la la. So, three beds that I was concentrating on today for day 6 is this one, quite huge, but there wasn't too much work on it. Two, and cabbage, the third one. So, we managed to do these three. I'm hoping that tomorrow I will tackle the carrot and the lettuce. And one of those, maybe that one, because these three I actually want to do simultaneously. It's my three: broccoli, kale, and cauliflower. Then once those are done, it would be moving to the ones that are at the back. Then those are all clear except for that one and that one which has leek that is peeping there, and that is the spinach that is now starting to seed. The reason why I actually didn't want to remove the spinach was I wanted to see it through to a point where it starts seeding so that I can see if I can get seeds from the spinach. But it's becoming very untidy and it's just falling all over the place. Yes, I see it seems like it wants to flower. So ideally, I'll just leave it there to be an eyesore up until I'm done with all the other bits. Hopefully, by the time I get to it, I would have seen some movement. The nice thing about planting is it's also one of those experiments that you get to experiment with in life. You tend to learn more about the foods that you are growing, and ideally it would be awesome, very very awesome, if you or myself included can get to a point where ultimately, once there is food that you get from your garden, you also learn how to cultivate getting seeds from your plants. Then from there onwards, it's just all systems go. I have managed to use, okay, just hold on a second. Hello, my love. Let's continue with our onion. I've already started, but then I'm going to show you. First of all, this onion looks like this. Reason being, I had it for way, way too long on the ground, and the whole reason was to just make sure that the spring onion on top, of which it's the stem, dries off so that we can start making seeds or getting seeds from this plant. So as you can see, it's still perfect onion. It's just that because of the length it was on the ground, it has literally made itself into a lot of different bulbs. So that's one. This is the bulb that was carrying the spring onion itself, and as you can see, it's very dry, it is very hollow, and basically it was literally dying off, right? So let's get that one that fell. Okay, and there's this one. You can also see that it was trying to form something, but then did. So I will definitely use this one. And this is another one as well. The roots, as you can see, they're nicely drying off, perfectly drying off. And if you open it, I suspect that it's going to be like this, where it has more than one particles to it, because this is what you get when you have onion that stays longer than it should on the ground. But then there's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, you normally would do this if you want to harvest some seeds from your onion. So I'm just going to clean it nicely up, then perfect, and ready for consumption. So there's our onion that I'm going to be using, and I want to show you this. Okay, so this is that onion plant This one comes from a similar one. I'll show you. This is the top part to the plant. So as it's standing, this would be the top part. And on this part, this is where it flowers, and this is where it starts creating the seeds. Onion seeds in most cases are black in color, and if you can see into that socket, there is seeds. Let's just bring it closer. Let's see if I can be able to do that. Oops, they popped right into my basket. Let's get another one. Let me show you. There we are. Got this one. If you nicely open it, inside it's onion seeds. So there we are. It's the first time I'm actually harvesting onion seeds, so I don't know that much about it, but then I'll let you know on what I know. Okay, while I was doing my research, it is said that with onion seeds, what happens normally is once we use these for our next batch of onion, there's a huge chance that our onions are going to be very small. However, they would also have you would want to get them to maturity like this one. Then once you get it to this part, the seeds from the second round of these ones, or rather these ones, those are the ones that are going to give you beautiful onions. So the first time you take these seeds back on the ground, they might actually give you very small onions, but then you just keep a bunch that you can cultivate and harvest seeds from as well, and that bunch would be the one that gives you perfect onion seeds. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. So this is the flower part that flowers to become the seed. Then ideally this stem part is the spring onion, that if you were to take it while it's still fresh and nice to eat, this is what you would use. But then as you can see, guys, it doesn't actually even fit my camera. Just want to show you how long the stem is. It's like literally freaking long. It's just over a meter long, and it's quite strong, you know, but then you can tell that it is very hollow inside, so there's a lot of juices that have come out of it. So if it's like this, for me it's like, now we're not using it anymore because all the nutrients are like literally dying out. So this is what we are going to do, my lovely. I am going to nip just around here so that we can harvest the seeds, right? And okay, for demonstration purpose of how long the stem is, let me just cut it so that you see how long this stem basically is. There we are. So round about here, this is where I would want to cut off. We are going to do the same thing that we did with these earlier on, but then I just wanted to also maybe just mention that hollowness that I was speaking of. There we are, my lovies. It's like literally hollow inside, and even the cut sound, you can like hear that it says I'm empty, there's nothing inside here. So this is going to go back to the compost. I'm taking all of these back to the compost. This is another nice thing about actually growing your own food, because at each and every stage or stage of the plant's maturity, you are able to reuse most of what the plant actually gives to you. For instance, this one, there's a batch that I took that was onions that we harvested, and now I'm like literally harvesting seeds for the next time. And what we would normally look at as rubbish, it's actually good manure for our compost. So you see, you don't lose. At the end of the day, you really don't lose that much. It's a matter of perception, guys, as to say, how do you view this whole process? So all of this is also reusable. It's going to go into the compost, and that compost we are going to use for our plants in the garden to help them grow. Okay, so we're opening this one up as well, the very same challenge that we had with the other ones. And as you can see, you see how shrunk the skin is. Reason being, it's starting to draw water out of itself. So when it starts drawing water out of itself, that's what you get. See, this is like we can say the true stem of this plant, where the spring onion comes from. You see that? So we're happy. So I'm just going to do the very same thing I did with the other ones. And for the purpose of not running this video too long, I'm just gonna do this one, and the other one I'll do off camera. All right, So there we are. Look, it's very nice and shiny. It's basically still good for consumption. It's still very, very good for consumption. So there we are. But then chances are these will be the onions that I use before all the onions I have in the house, because I mean, we're getting there. So let's just move this guy to the side. I'll clear up when I'm done. Then here we are. This is what I wanted to show you. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna squash this flower part to the leaf very nice and gently. Just squash it, and when you squash this, what happens is they actually fall into your carrier or whatever, and you just do that. Some of them are still very not that dry, but then you can actually see that there is a seed inside there. So you see, when you open it nicely, there is the onion seeds inside. So this looks like a lot, and I mean a lot of onion seeds. So I'm happy with that. So basically this is what you are going to be doing, and voila, this guy also goes to the compost. See that? Then what happens here is, if you were to leave it like this for maybe another 2-3 days in a very nice dry area, they would like literally dry even more. And once they dry even more, you just come in and you squish it like this, and it's going to remove the seeds from the chaff. But then, because with mine, some are dry, some are not so dry, and remember, this is that first seed to my replanting, harvesting / whatever dun. I'm not that much worried of how much I collect, as long as I can collect enough to make the seed that is going to make us a lot of onions. I'll be very, very happy. So ideally, this is what you would want to do, and just clear your onions nicely. Easy. I have to do that. So this is what you're going to do. Then from there, you can actually just, this is a trick, you can stand outside with a fan, and you just do that, and the fan, just put it like a little bit away from the seeds, of course, and just do that. And what's going to happen is all the stuff that you don't need is going to fly off with the air, and it's going to separate these. But then ideally, this is what we have, and as you can see already, we have some black seeds. Okay, let me just bring this closer. We have some black seeds around the place, or around the container. You can see these black seeds already. So we have our onion seeds, guys. We have our onion seeds, and remember, inside these as well, when you pop them open, it's onion seeds. So we like literally have gazillions of onion seeds. So because I see a lot of them still need to dry off some more, I'm just going to transfer them into this nice clean place, because this is my flower pot lid, guys, so it needs to go back to where it came from. So this is what we have come up with. All right, this is what we have come up with. I'm quite chuffed. I'm very happy. Very, very happy. Very, very, very happy. We have seeds. There we are. Cool stuff. Come seed. So that's what I'm going to do, and I am going to put it in on one of my windowsills in the kitchen, the ones that catch a lot of light, so that we allow for the sky to dry. It's Yeah, you do that, and there we are. So that's what we want to do during the morning. The windowsill that I'm going to put it on catches a lot of light, so it's going to help with drying them off. And in the afternoons, it's normally cooler in that space, so I think that's going to be ideal for these guys. Then from there, I'm going to pull you guys back, and I'll show you how we actually separate the chaff from the seeds. All right, cool stuff.